Scorpio. Woo! Got a lot of lemon in that tea. Woo! Tart. These just came out of nowhere. What's so funny, as I was like, okay, so I took all my DVDs and I made a robot-looking man. It kind of looks like a robot. It kind of looks like a castle. And I put, I used all my X-Files DVDs and I made a fence around it. And I was like just looking at it because my sister thinks that it comes alive at night and walks around the apartment. I was looking at it and I was like, I think I'm finally ready to like watch Dana and Scully again. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm finally ready to almost watch the X-Files again. And look at this fucking, do you think Dana heard me? Do you think Dana heard that I was ready to watch the X-Files again? Brig! This card just went right through the middle. It's 911 emergency. So I don't know what's going on. And then look at this, torture. Stagnation, slow decline, time for change. So it looks like somebody like needs change now. Like somebody is in desperate need of change. Like now, the universe is like, this transformation, this change has to happen now. Somebody's being tortured. And that's the thing is like, if you're in energy for too long, you end up kind of being tortured by it. If you think about it, like, I mean, I rewatched last night, My Life as a House, and he's an architect. And, he says after 20 years of working for a company, he's never actually wanted to be there. Like, it was like his ball and chain, right? It was torture. It was killing him. He actually is dying of cancer, right? And it's like sometimes, I'm getting back to like Troy Dyer, Lelena. He's trying to, he thinks Lelena wants him to become this certain man. And he's like, do you want me to get a job at the plant and fill my balls full of tumors because I surrender the one thing that I don't fucking care about, money and time and life, right? And it's like somebody could be in some type of situation and they have to change. They have to get out of it before they get full of tumors, before they get hatred in their blood. I just heard before the channel turns negative. Like if you're positive and you're a positive person, but you're in a negative environment or you're seeping into a negative environment or you're outgrowing a negative environment, then you have to leave that environment in order to continue down your path of whatever it is that is change or light or enlightenment, forgiveness, whatever it is. Okay, so there's like actual in-depth evidence here that somebody's in need of a change, and that this change is what the universe would call an emergency. Because the universe doesn't call the state of emergency for just anything. So let's see what this, what's the evidence? Let's just start with the first evidence. Daughter of Swords in reverse with the Lovers in reverse. See, you've fallen out of love with something, okay? And maybe that's why I got Troy Dyer saying that line. I mean, his dad ends up dying of cancer. But like, look at this, 6 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Like something is done, okay? And you've gotten all the evidence that you need that this is an unleavened situation, okay? If you were partners with it before, it's time to move on, right? And what this architect company was doing with Life as a House, when they fire, I forget what his name is. Oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me nuts. Anyways, the company, okay, so why this guy quits after 20 years, okay, is because he won't convert to a computer. So he's an ancient dinosaur only making models via 3D. So the company is merging into computers and software, and when a client wants a change done to a building, you don't have to reconstruct the entire model. You can just go into a program and change it. So that's where the company is headed, and he doesn't realize that he's staying behind. So it's like that. It's like I feel like somebody can't adapt to something. And maybe that's what it is, like maybe a situation is trying to change you, but you won't adapt to those changes, so it's not working. So the universe is like, we have to get this person out of this energy because it's not working. They're not turning into this thing that everybody wants them to turn into. They're still staying themselves, and they're still in love, and they're still, happy and anyways, okay. So, something about the past, okay? And it's almost like something is not making you money anymore, the way that you're thinking is not making you money anymore, or what you've seen now you no longer want to be a part of. It's like someone's taken time to do their research, and that's why it's Scully, because Scully takes her time and does her research, right? Mulder is the one that kind of goes off into the middle of nowhere. It's Scully who uses facts. Scully that uses 3D evidence in front of her to figure out what happened. So it's like something along the lines of that. And then stagnation, slow decline, time for change. Oh, there's the tower. You know how it likes to just fly out like that all by itself. Da, 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 da! That's a torture. It's getting broken down. And, ooh, look at that. Like, I mean, how brilliant are these cards together? So what it seems like is, I don't know if this tower is getting broken off and split into two, or if because of this tower breaking down, it creates two. There's something here, okay? There's something in these trees, which is why they came up like the way that they did. And it's like the moon, the moon represents illusions and not being able to see, the dark side of the moon. It hides so much. Like, yes, there's the light side of the moon and you can see everything, but the dark side of the moon, it's like, what the fuck is going on over there? Because you're so blind, nobody can see, right? So it's like, I don't think you see this, maybe that's what it is. I don't think you see this tower coming down. Somebody doesn't see the tower coming down, because look at this, 4 of Cups. It's like, I don't know if that's about greed. I mean, whenever I see that card, I think greedy, because that rat is taking all of those cups for himself, okay? And that's maybe what's in the darkness. Maybe that's what it is. You're getting out of something dark. Because the dark is where people hurt you. I think that's what you figured out. And it all could have been done just for money. It could have been done for inheritance. Like, do you know how evil people turn when money is involved? Especially inheritance. Like, people will kill people over money, over just a little bit of money. Especially if they're in debt or something's going on with them and they just want a quick, easy way out. Then they see somebody's dying as, okay, I'm the one that's going to get all of the will if Sue, Dawn, and Maggie die. Right? Like, I can see that happening. Because, like, look, that's funny. I said 3 names, and then there's that 4th. It's like somebody's trying to take everything for themselves. And maybe they have been taking everything for themselves. And maybe that's why it's left you in such dark and gruesome energy, is because you have been left in the dark, and they've left you somewhere. And that's the slow decline, because if somebody left you somewhere, okay, say they left you in some dimension and they were your family, they were your roots, they were what you're connected to, okay, and they just left you somewhere for their own greedy I think love affairs. I think sometimes, so many people are together because of looks. And it's really sad because like looks aren't everything, and looks fade, and what could be a supermodel in somebody's eyes could be the lowest, most shallowest person. Okay? Because who defines what's beautiful and what isn't, right? So say these people are together because of their looks, and then they threw you under the bus so then they could stay together. Okay? And by throwing you under the bus is what's put you into torturesome energy, right? Like, what did they, actually, these ones are better. What did they do to this person? What is this torture? Oh. Okay, so we got health and safety in reverse. We have hearth and home, and we have corpse. So I think somebody's health and safety in their house was compromised. So they made your home like they booby-trapped your home. So you would get hurt. This is along the lines of the reading that I did the other day. That was something so evil that it's been taking every home you've ever lived in. Watch that video. I don't know if that's going to be significant to you in some way, because it could. Don't care about the sign. It has nothing to do with the sign. We're in Scorpio right now because we're in death. Literally death. Okay, and that's what this tower is about, right? Transition, quick changes. And if somebody from your past, okay, could be a Gemini, but again, I really feel the Lovers with that Gemini card. Also Pisces, as I have my hand on the moon. This could be somebody, that chose a lover instead of a duty. And their duty was to keep you safe. And from the looks of it, your health and safety was at the bottom of these people's lists. So it's like they booby-trapped your home, like there were ways that you could get hurt. And there could be ways in your home right now that are hurting you. Okay, so let's get this. What's this 911 emergency? Is that the quick action? 6 of Swords. From lack, I feel like it's from lack of movement. I saw Aquarius. What's that? 9 of Cups. So that's the stagnation, okay? That's what's been stopping somebody from moving. There's the Ace of Swords. So this 911 emergency is because someone's been unable to move out of like I said, there's some type of darkness that you were supposed to already have left behind, but they've kept you living in this darkness for so long that you're now getting into the light, okay? And the reason why this is happening is because you were kept in the dark for so long, okay? You've now it's like you've reconnected now with yourself. And this is like, I feel like a lot of really, really good things is going to happen for you. With the 9 of Cups, it's like that's wish fulfillment. And that's all your wishes coming true. And that's a very hard card to come by, because if you've made really hard wishes, then there's no way they're going to come true. But if they're wishes that you don't even know about because you've been kept in the dark for so long that all your wishes are like, I wish I could see. I wish I had light. I wish I had heat. Like your wishes are so easy, right? They're so simple and they're so truthful that the universe is like, okay, like we can grant these wishes. That's easy. We can't grant everybody money till the day they die, and we can't grant everybody mansions and Ferraris and 10 people in their family, but we can, get some eyeglasses for somebody and let them see the sun for a bit. Like, abso-fucking-lutely, those are easy wishes because they're truthful and they're honest. There's nothing complex about it. Wow. Very cool energy. Let's see if we can get a couple of characteristics out here for these lovers. I want to know these lovers in reverse. I think these pretty shady people. That played you. Yeah, these are your parents, or parents in general. Oh gosh. Okay. See, we've got seed of life. So these are people that could have gave you life in some way. They could be British. We got British territory here. We've also got lonely. It seems these people are extremely lonely. They really like to play on others. They really like to play you. Okay. They also enjoy a little gang stalking every now and then. Obviously, they're watching you on social media, or they're watching you on your channel, on your life. They're watching something that you do. Okay. And these people were supposed to be role models for you. Okay. And instead, they played you. And they stalked you, and they took harvests from you. And then we've got Italian in reverse. That's like love in reverse. Like, these people were supposed to love you, and I think that's why they came up as the lovers. But the lovers in reverse, because I think they were more interested in substance abuse. Okay, I think they were more interested in drugs and liquor and fornication and fucking around than raising kids. And that is all right. So that's all pentacles and hearts. Yeah, these people were supposed to be your role models. They gave you life, and then they played you. And they abused things around them in order to play on you. And they took love away from you. And when parents don't do their jobs, they don't get the payout in the end like they didn't. Okay, now let's get some information on you. Let's see what the universe has to say for you. Where are you going? Let's see. Where is my collective going now because of these trashy ass loser role models? Ruined your life. Oh, we got some truth coming in. Someone's coming in with some truth. There's Canadian. And Ace of Swords, be careful. They're coming at you armed. So maybe that's what you do. Maybe you go at some people with a lot of information, a lot of clarity, a lot of stuff that has to do with you. Okay, you're very connected. Okay, you're very connected. You're like Buddha on a mountaintop. Okay, you're connected to yourself and you're silent. I don't think you talk to these people. And that's why these people now are getting called out, because if there are parents out there that have absolutely no connection with their offspring, then eventually, I think it takes a couple years for the universe to notice that there's absolutely no communication. And if those parents are not doing another job, aka if they've not found another mission, and if you are not taken care of as their offspring, then the universe finds out. And once the universe finds out that people aren't doing their job, after they've been getting paid this whole time, as if they were doing their job, they're in for some stormy fucking weather. Okay? Because this person was demonically possessed. Okay? And we don't have to go as far as they were the exorcist, but what this is about is choosing the darkness and choosing to hurt instead of love. There's a darkness and there's a light. And if you're in a light, you choose life, you choose love, you choose to support, you choose to open. When you're in the dark, you choose to shut down, you choose to control, you choose to obsess, you choose to possess, right? That's the difference between the darkness and then the light. Okay, that's why it's very important to balance both, because it's not good and beneficial to be completely 100% in the light, and it's not very, very evil and harmful to be 100% in the dark. So this person, because they're demonically possessed in some way, they're in for some very stormy weather because they did a lot of very damaging wounds. Okay, they damaged you and they said things to you, or they said things about you, and these things they can never take back. Right? You cannot take back the past. You cannot undo it. You cannot erase it, and you cannot act as if it never happened, because it's right there in your face, right? So this person that's mainly attached to this, okay? Yeah, like what happens to these parents for doing this? Bound and gagged. Oh, yeah, so these parents are going to get what they deserve, okay? If they've never seen any type of poverty before, especially in the last 20 years, they're going to see a significant decrease in their green, okay? We've also got bound and gagged and searching for something. So the way that I see this is I think the universe is going to leave them searching for something. Almost like searching for you, like you're a missing person, right? And they can't find you, and they have no idea where you are, and that never knowing, you know, that I swear that would be the worst on a parent, is to have their child taken and to never know what happened to them, to never know if they made it, to not know if they're alive, to not know if they're in a grave, to not know anything, right? And that's the thing, is if these parents have been stalking you and gang stalking you for so long, and they've been keeping track and tabs on you and what you're doing, now suddenly they're the ones that are going to be bound and gagged. They're the ones that are going to be stalked, and they're the ones that are going to have absolutely no idea what's going on with you. That searching for something makes it seem like, to me, they're going to get into a very unhealthy situation. And something where you're constantly searching for something, it gets very stressful, you get very emotional, and it gets very exhausting. So you can only imagine if these people have age on them at all, 50 plus, 60 plus, adding extra stress into their life just might transition them into death. Considering it doesn't really seem like they've given a fuck about how you were going to turn out. They didn't care about your health and safety. They didn't care if you died. They didn't care that they took your harvest. They didn't care that they substance abused the whole time. They didn't care that you weren't getting anything. They didn't care that you were in stagnant energy, that you were about to die, that everything was going to get taken away from you. They didn't care as long as it didn't hurt them. That's not a parent. So that means they're not doing your job, which means goodbye. Hope this resonates. I've been doing so much talking today, I have to stop. I physically am like hurting my head. So hopefully it resonates. If it doesn't, don't take anything if it doesn't resonate. If you're looking for a personal reading, you can always book one with me, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. You can also go to the About section on the channel and check out my services. I do have services there. You can also email me if you want something that is more to you and just you personal. Obviously, we can talk about it. So let me know. I hope it resonates. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the channel. And I'm Whitney Moon. And it was a pleasure. And I hope these fuckers die. And we love each other.